Okay, beautiful people, how you guys doing? Welcome to the weekly analysis. Okay, so we are on Euro USD. Okay, so we'll be starting from the weekly time frame to see what the weekly time frame is doing. Then after the weekly time frame, we'll be going to the daily time frame to see what the daily time frame is doing. Then we go to the 4 hour, see what the 4 hour is doing. Then we go to the 15 minutes. Okay, so remember, we have um three major time frames here. Okay, the daily, which is our directional time frame. Okay, the 4 hour. Okay, the 15 minutes, and 1 minute is for our execution. Okay, so the daily is the time frame we use. What we be using the daily time frame to do is just to know where the 4 hour will be. Okay, we'll be reversing. Okay, to know where the 4 hour will be reversing, and to know, you know, to know where the market is heading to. Okay, then the 4 hour is our major time frame when it comes to day trading. Okay, for day trading, 4 hour is our major time frame. You look at the 4 hour, so um look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is our directional time frame. Okay, then the 15 minutes is where we find our point of interest and all that. Then 1 minute is for our execution. Okay, so and let me go to the weekly time frame. I've already done this analysis. Okay, so I don't want the video to be that much, so I will just be explaining what I've mapped out here. Okay, so as you can see here, from the weekly time frame, the weekly is bullish, like we stated in the other video the last time. Sorry, I didn't drop any video last week. I was very busy last week. I didn't even trade at all last week, so that's why I didn't bother to drop any video and all that. So but this week I'll be free this week. So we know that the 4 hour, the weekly time frame broke structure here. Okay, and it has now turned bullish. Okay, so there is a demand zone here, and remember, we don't predict anything in the market. I want you to have this in mind. Have a probability mindset when it comes to trading. Okay, anything can happen. Okay, there is nothing is certain in trading. Okay, so that's one thing you have to bear in mind. Okay, so we broke structure here. Okay, and we had a very massive impulsive move, and this is a base candle. Okay, that candle over there is a base candle, and the market is reacting off this candle now. Okay, if you go to the lower time frame, you see that the market is kind of doing a reaction there. So this is what the weekly time frame is doing. The weekly time frame is kind of pulling back. Okay, to pull back either to this zone or to this candle or to the extreme here. Okay, so remember, we don't know what the market will be doing. Okay, we are just following what the market is presenting to us. So we go to the daily time frame. Okay, I'm now on the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, you can see the daily was bullish. You can see the daily was bullish here. Okay, and right now is now and right now and right now is now turning bearish. Okay, so real quick, so what are we going to be doing? We're going to be looking at the daily time frame to know where we are sitting at. Okay, so okay, it's like I will go to another listing, another clean chart, so that we understand better what I did, so that it won't be as if I did magic. So we start afresh together and get to the point that everybody will follow through. Okay, let me use forex.com. Okay, so sorry, chat. Okay, I'll be clearing all the drawings here. Okay, now you have a clean chart. Okay, so remember the weekly, sorry, so remember the weekly is pulling back, and sorry, let me go to the weekly again. Okay, Okay, this is the weekly time frame. Okay, so remember the weekly time frame is pulling back to this demand zone here. Okay, this is a base candle. Okay, so I'll be calling it a demand zone. Okay, it's reacting off with this demand zone. Okay, so and we don't know whether the market will break it yet or the market can reverse from here and start moving to the upside. We don't know. Okay, so what we are doing is just following what the market is presenting to us. So let's go to the daily time frame. Sorry, okay, to the daily time frame. Now you can see on the daily time frame this base candle is kind of looking as if it will hold, but we don't actually know whether it will hold. Okay, so um um the daily time frame was bullish from here. Here is my drawing tool. Oh Jesus. Okay, that does not matter. The daily time frame was bullish like this. You can see it was bullish, and now it is now bearish. Okay, it's now moving to the downside. Okay, so let's look at it closely. Okay, so from here, I don't know why this thing is nowhere to be found. My God. Okay, I'll be using another stuff to map out. Oh, so I'm looking for my drawing. Okay, this brush. I'm using this brush. Okay, so I'll be using this brush to map out. So this was our last low. Okay, this was our last low, and the market broke this low. Okay, so the market broke that low, and we now turned unconfirmed bearish. Okay, so for a bearish trend to be confirmed, you need two lows. Okay, the market was moving like this. Okay, it was in a bullish trend. Okay, so for a bearish trend to be confirmed, you had a first break, pullback. You need a second break for a bearish break trend to be confirmed. Okay, for a trend to be confirmed bearish, you need two lows. Okay, this is one low. Okay, this is another. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay. I don't know why I can't find my drawing tool. That was very simple. So this is the first low, and this is now the second low. So once you have two lows, a bearish trend is now confirmed. Okay, so let's continue and see. Okay, so let me delete all that. So here we broke the first low here. This was the last low that broke this high. So that was our first break. Okay, and here this is our chalk. Okay, break the chalk is swept the highs and now swept the lows. So we are unconfirmed bearish, and here from here, let me use this. From here we had our first pullback. Okay, let me first of all check if the pullback was enough for us to confirm it. If the pullback, okay, so we had our first pullback here. So this is now a high. Okay, this guy is now a high. These are low. Okay, so this is another high up here. There is a high here. Okay, so this is how we're marking out. I'm mapping out our high and our low. So this is our high, and we had a break here. We had a break here. Okay, okay, we had another break. Now you have confirmed bearish. Okay, sorry, this is a low. Okay, so we broke this low here, and here is our another low, and what you're expecting now is for this low to be taken. Okay, it's for this low to be taken, and this is our high. Okay, so we are now confirmed bearish since we have our first first low here and our second low here. Okay, so we are now confirmed bearish. Sorry, so we are now confirmed bearish. So what you are looking at for the daily time frame is for this low to be taken. Remember, a high has to take out a low. Okay, it's for this low to be taken. Okay, it's for this low to be taken out. So now we are now in a bearish trend. Remember, we have two lows, we are now confirmed bearish, so we are putting up a new low here, and we have gotten our pullback. But here, this push, this massive push to the downside failed to break this low. Okay, so there is something here I need you to understand. Okay, some persons will take weak as break. Okay, some persons take weak as break of structure, while some persons take body as break of structure. Okay, so it is up to you, anyone you feel like is works best for you. For me, most of the times I take weak as break and also body as break. So for now, I will say that since we take weeks as break, here is our new low, and here is also our new high. Okay, so if you look closely, we see that this candle now, this week now broke this high, making us bullish. Okay, which means that you have turned bullish on the daily candle, on the daily time frame. Okay, so but remember, we need two highs for us to confirm a bullish trend. Okay, and in a bearish trend we need two lows for us to confirm a bearish trend. Okay, so we have put in our first high. Okay, so what you all be expecting now is either for this, on the daily time frame, is either for this guy to move up a little bit and then give us the pullback and then put on a new high, and we continue with a bullish trend. Okay, so this is what you'll be looking at for in the daily time frame, but we are not forecasting anything in the daily time frame. We are just using the daily time frame to know where the market is sitting at. Okay, and to know what we are going to be doing. So since the market is kind of turned bullish on the daily time frame, that means this demand here will likely hold. Okay, on the weekly time frame, this demand might hold. Okay, might hold, nothing is short certain, remember. So we are seeing that this demand might hold, since we are showing sign of bullishness in the daily time frame. Okay, so let's go to the 4 hour. The daily time frame is, to us, is bullish. Remember, to us is bullish, and this is our demand zone. We take this little candle here. Okay, remember, the last bearish candle before the up move is your demand or supply zone. Okay, so this is our demand, sorry, our supply zone. Okay, it's correct. Okay, so we move to the 4 hour. So we move to the 4 hour. Okay, so here on the 4 hour, okay, here on the 4 hour, we are kind of turning bullish. Okay, so if you look from the left, you can see that from here we are, okay, let me show us something. So we are bearish from here. Okay, we have been bearish, and from what I'm seeing, it seems we have turned bullish also in the 4 hour time frame, because this high has been broken, because this was the last high that put in this low. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm doing. this is the last high that put in this low. Okay, so this was the last high that put in this low, and right now the market has broken this high with a wick. Okay, so we take wicks as break of structure. That means um we are we have turned bullish also on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, also on the 4 hour time frame. So what you'll be doing is just to mark out the highs and the lows in the 4 hour time frame. So this is a high and this one now is a low on the 4 hour. So you'll be changing the color. You'll be using red for the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so you'll be using red for the 4 hour time frame. Then this is the low. So here in this situation, the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame is kind of aligning together. Okay, they are aligning together. So that means the daily is bullish and the 4 hour is also bullish, and it is the same leg. Okay, there is no difference. If you go to the daily, you will see that you see no you see that it's the same thing. Okay, this break here, this movement here is the same thing with the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so here in this case the daily and the 4 hour leg is pretty moving in the same. Okay, so now we have taken out this high. So what all we do now is to mark out this break of structure. Okay, to mark out this break of structure, then we say 4 hour break. Okay, so we now have a 4 hour break of structure yeah. So what you all be expecting now is either for the market to give us a little pullback to any of these zones here, to any either this zone or this zone here, and then continue with the uptrend. Okay, so we don't know what is going to happen yet. Okay, we are just going to be reacting to whatever the market throws to us. Okay, so now since we have seen that the 4 hour is bullish and the daily leg and the 4 hour leg is pretty the same, so I don't think we'll be drawing out another zone. If you want to draw out another zone, you can still draw out this zone here, this guy here, this indecision candle here. Okay, you can draw this indecision candle here, and you can also refine this one, or let's leave the zone this big like this. So what you'll be expecting is once the 15 minutes time frame, if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, the 15 minute time frame is now bearish. Okay, so what you'll be expecting from the 15 minutes time frame is something like this. Okay, for it to come here, okay, and either give us a shift here and then start turning bullish. Okay, this is what you'll be expecting on the 15 minutes, or the 15 minutes can go all the way from here to this zone here, and then what you'll be expecting is for the 15 minutes to turn bullish, and then we start following the 15 minutes. Okay, so this is what you'll be expecting. Or the market can as well come and break this low here, even this, sorry, so the market can as well come and break this low here, this 4 hour low here. Okay, and then continue trending bearish. Okay, which will cause this weekly candle, this weekly demand zone, so this weekly supply zone here, this will also make it to break, and we continue trading to the downside. Okay, so these are the outlooks you'll be looking at in the upcoming week. So any of these things can happen. We can either continue going to the upside. Okay, and you can either continue going to the upside and get a pullback and start moving upwards, or the 15 minutes can just come to this zone, this first zone here, and start bouncing to the upside or to this zone. So these are the two zones you'll be looking at in the 4 hour. Okay, Then if you go to the 15 minutes, it's like I will clean up this stuff so that the 15 minutes will not be choked up with much lines. Okay, so let's go to the 15 minutes. So remember, the 15 minutes is our time frame for looking at is where we look at for our point of interest, and then 1 minute is our execution time frame. Okay, so now looking closely to this, you can see the 15 minutes was in an uptrend here. From here, the 15 minutes was in an uptrend. Okay, and right now you can see it has changed to a downtrend. Okay, and remember, this is just a pullback. The 4 hour, this is a 4 hourly pullback. That does not mean that the the that does not mean that the 15 minutes is now going to be trending down forever. Okay, it's just a major pullback to either this zone or this zone. Okay, so let me clean all this and let's look closely to the 15 minutes. Okay, so the 15 minutes time frame, so the 15 minutes time frame here gave us a pullback here. Okay, it was, sorry, remember it was bullish here. Okay, it was traded to the upside, giving us, okay, this was a range, and it's impulsive pullback, and now it has now turned bearish. It has now turned bearish and is now moving to the downside. Okay, so let's look at it very closely, and then mark out our break of structure and all that. So this was the last 15 minutes low. Okay, this was the last 15 minutes low. This was the high. So now we broke this low here. Let me show you. Then with this last low here, we broke it here. We broke this low here. So that means we are unconfirmed bearish. Okay, because remember, we need 2 lows for us to confirm a bearish trend. Okay, but here we just had 1 low. Okay, then we broke structure here, and from what I'm seeing, okay, so we had another pullback here. So this is another high. Okay, and this high broke this low here. Okay, so this is a 15 minutes break of structure. Okay, you might not see it very clearly, but if you move to a lower time frame like the 5 minutes, we see it. Okay, then here was our low, that okay, this here is our low, and here is our high. So here again, oh, sorry, so here again we had another low here. Okay, and then looking at this closely, we see that we have another high here, and currently this is our last low. This guy here is our last low, and we have not broken the low here. Okay, we just came and we have not taken out the low, so we are still bearish here. So the 15 minutes is bearish, and here is our main low. So when the market opens, what you'll be expecting is, so this is our main low here. Okay, this is our major low, sorry. So what you'll be expecting once market open is for this guy to break, okay, and give us the pullback, and then we start riding it to the, okay, remember, this is just a retracement. We are now bullish on the 4 hour. Okay, so there is something I want to make note here. Okay, let me go to the 4 hour. Okay, so the 4 hour is now bullish. Okay, and we are expecting a pullback. So remember, we use our fib to know when a pullback is going to be over. So we use our fib from the low to the high, and here the middle here is a 50%. So we are expecting this pullback to reach at least to the 50%. Okay, but remember, the market is not always perfect. It's not all the time the market will retrace to the 50%. Okay, sometimes the market will just sometimes the market will just come here, boom, it will not reach the 50%. Sometimes it just give a small pullback and boom to the upside. Okay, so that's why 15 minutes is very, very important. We use the 15 minutes to know when the 4 hour is going to be changing. Okay, it's going to be changing its direction. So this here is our the center here is our 50%. Okay, so let's go to the 15 minutes. So once this market approaches this 50%, sales are now low probability to us. Sales are now low probability, so we'll be expecting for the market to change, to break to the upside, and then we start following the buys. Okay, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, let me give you an example. Once this market starts coming down, okay, and reaches here and reaches to the 50%, sales are now low probability, in the sense that once this market has touched the 50%, it has the probability of breaking this high. Okay, and which make the market to turn bullish. Okay, which make the market to turn bullish. So that's what I'm trying to say. So once the market open, what you'll be expecting on Euro USD is for this guy to break to the downside. Okay, is for this guy to break to the downside and give us another pullback. We start following it to the downside, or the market can still break this. Okay, let me spot out this high here as our major high. Okay, so this is now a major high. So what the markets can do either is to just come and take out this high. So once this market take out this high, we'll be expecting for the pullback, and then we start riding it to the upside. Okay, so these are the two scenarios I'm seeing on Euro USD. Okay, so I'll be pausing this video here. I did not take any trade last week. Okay, there was a lot of opportunity last week to be taken, but I did not take any goddamn trade. Okay, I tried trading on Monday, but Monday was a bit messy because here was the last low, and okay, here was the last low before it was broken. Sorry, I made a mistake. So here was the last low. Okay, here was the last break of structure, and I marked out my zone to be here, my supply zone. Okay, my supply zone. Okay, then I waited for the market to come, and I went to the 1 minute time frame. Okay, this trade was like it was a break even trade. I went to the 1 minute, and you guys know what you are looking for in the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so on the 1 minute time frame, you are looking for the chalk for us to enter. Okay, so on the 1 minute, here they are entered a trade. Okay, it's like, okay, yeah, now I remember. So on the 1 minute, we had our chalk here. Okay, we had our chalk to the upside, chalk up, and we had our chalk to the downside here. Big man, we had our chalk to the downside here. Okay, so what I did was I entered off around this zone here. Okay, this zone here, I entered off this zone, So I just, for me to be on the safer side, I just did something like this. This was how I entered the trade and get my stop loss above these highs. Okay, so the market, and I was targeting the lows. I was targeting the Asian lows. Okay, this was how I took the trade, and the market just boom, boom, boom. So once the market broke this low here, I went break even. Okay, once the market broke this low, I went break even, and the market just came in, didn't take out that low, and boom, just took me out break even, and I just left the guy. Okay, so this was the only trade I took on Monday. Okay, so, and it was a break even trade. So that's all, guys, for today, and we'll be expecting a lot next week. So I'm back from my travels and all those shit. So we'll be, so from next week I'll be dropping my analysis and what I'm looking at the market. So this is the weekly analysis. I hope you guys learn something from this stuff, and if you have any question, please drop it and I will get to answer your question. Goodbye.